Let everyone come. So meanwhile, it will take any 15 minutes. Okay. So so just I'm trying to install a Docker again. Okay. So you know how to download a Docker. So Docker desktop I'm downloading. Docker desktop for a Windows 10. I'm using Enterprise. So you can see this is a Docker uh, desktop. Okay. So yes, last video I created, that is Windows 10 Home Pro, everything it is works in a Docker background. Okay, so if you have a home edition also it will work. This is only Hyper-V background. So this is required Hyper-V. So Windows 10 64-bit Pro Enterprise Education. But whatever it is, you have to check the build version. Okay, so go to Windows machine. Just before that one I will store. Just you have to click here and it will download. That's it. So no need of login here in this one. Okay, check the build version. So go to about.
Sir, presentation.
Oh, very good. Okay. Last time I installed Hyper-V, then I installed this Docker, and it is not working, right? So we'll see again. So we'll try. It will take anyway some time. So main thing is, at least I want to show you. Of course, there is a previous batch videos also there. You can go for it. So this is the latest version only. So you can see the OS build version 19042. So if you compare with this one, here it is. It is. This is. So it is we have a better version than that one. Okay. And also, if you want to see what is the minimum requirements, already I showed the minimum requirements. Okay, download kernel update package is also available here. So you have to download this one update package. Then you have to start installing. When you install it is, you have to install this one. Then Hyper-V feature or install a Windows component for this one. Either you can choose it. So last time I checked it. As per I searching for a issue, last time we got an issue, right? So that one, I find that this is a much better than a traditional Hyper-V. So it is much slower, means don't occupy more place kind of stuff. Okay. So this is a place. It is giving all the information. So how to download and install kind of stuff. Mm, Where it is, we are last. Now this is the build version. Any settings you want to do, you can do it. But now I am going to install it. It is occupying more space. My C drive don't have much space also. So if you want adjust or you want to add a new disk space to it, if you want, you can add it also. Currently it is okay. So currently the space is okay. 6 GB is still available, but still I don't know why it is 6 GB available, because install very less applications. Okay, so because of that, this one, and Python. That's it. Okay, so whatever it is reason, so we'll see that one. Uh, I'm going to install. Okay, where is this? Is Docker install. After this one, I will show. I will discuss about middleware related topics. Okay. Okay. So where is this magnifier? Yeah, it's open. It is went this place. People are very slowly coming. Hmm? So we'll go to the server. See, it is machine. So Docker desktop installer. You can right click and install as an administrator also. You can do it like right click. Already I'll double click it, so we should not do this one, but I want to show that. Like run as administrator type also you can do it. Already done, so why it is not open? It just take time. Yeah. So if you click no means it won't install. Like this. Better I will run as administrator, so all rights I will receive. And so minimize that one. Yes. Okay, it will take time to install and downloading some packages. Docker toolbox is good. Like you can go to my previous Docker videos, previous batch videos, and you can see how I install Docker toolbox. And already I explained what is a Docker also. Okay. So I explained the Docker also like this. It is a container virtualization related one. This is a Docker engine. This Docker engine utilize your of course how Docker works. That is, we'll see again. I will tell. Um, in generally, you run an application in your system, right? So to run an application, we require hardware resources, operating system environment, and application related dependencies, right? So application dependency, operating system dependencies are the required libraries are required, right? And next, operating system, sorry, application has to run on hardware. How it is run on hardware? Because you don't know how to run on hardware, so to use your operating system kernel only, right? So operating system like normally, so you want to run an application, the application runtime environments, libraries, operating system will provide these things. The running runtime environment, libraries provided by operating system, and using the operating system kernel, it will interact with your hardware, and we can run the application. That is a traditional model. Later, so you want to run a application or multiple application you want to run it. So one is, so you want to run multiple applications, or you want to run same application in different machines. You want to run same application in a different machines. So what you are doing, we are creating a virtual machines to do it, right? So I have applications. So here we created a virtual machines, VM1, VM2, VM3, like that. We'll create a virtual machine to run a different applications or a same applications in different machines. If you take a virtual machine, so what are the problem with the virtual machine? It's not a problem. It is actually virtual machine has a lot of advantages for anything. Okay. Okay. What is the advantage of and it is that what is a virtual machine here? How it is works? It has you have to install operating system, and it has virtualized hardware. This hardware utilize your physical hardware, and you are install applications. So to run application and operating system in virtual machine, so it will both will consume your hardware more. Okay, consume more. And if you keep running multiple virtual machines, means multiple times you have to install a operating system, and you have to run that operating system and application, and both will consume your hardware more. So that is a problem in this infrastructure. But same thing we can achieve, but with the Docker using container virtualization. Okay, so this is hardware layer, this is operating system layer, and this is Docker. Docker generally utilize your your virtualization hypervisor platform. Your whatever the hypervisor is there means what is the virtualization platform is there, it will utilize that one only through virtualization platform. Okay, not directly interact with you. So either it is your kernel virtualization thing, or maybe it is a separate application. For example, if you are using a Linux, your OS is Linux, and automatically means by installing Linux you have to install your virtualization platforms. Okay, or later. So your virtualization platform in Linux is a KVM, QEME is there. This Docker utilize this platform to interact with your hardware to run their containers. Okay. Next, if in case if you are a Windows operating system, so Hyper-V, it use Hyper-V to run your their containers. So to run these containers in the Docker, so it is utilize your hypervisor platform only. Depends upon your OS based kernels. Okay. For example, you don't have a Hyper-V. For example, Windows 10 Home don't have Hyper-V. One second, guys. Something. Okay, it is add shortcut. Install a required component for this one. Okay. So we'll explain. Meanwhile, it will be complete. We'll see. So if you don't check that one, also no problem. That first one. So then we need a Hyper-V. For example, if you are using a Windows Home Edition, Windows 10 Home Edition, then we don't get a Hyper-V. So then, so Docker also comes with this thing. Okay, WSL. So it is a Linux-based platform. It will create. Okay, so you can see here. Somewhere we got it. This system. So WSL2. Okay, so this is enable features, and for details we can go for this one. Okay, so this what is this one. So we'll see this, what is this. Okay, Windows subsystem for a Linux. Windows subsystem Linux is a compatibility layer for running Linux binary execution natively on Windows 10 and 2019. In May 2019 is announced introducing import changes such as a real Linux kernel through the subset of Hyper-V feature. Okay. So and also I read somewhere it is comparing between Hyper-V and running with that one. So this is a much faster than Hyper-V, because Hyper-V is a whole future. What is this? It will provide the this kind of layer. If you don't have Hyper-V, this that will provide this kind of layer. So the kernel layer will provide for a Docker run, so it will interact with your hardware through this one. Okay, you need a virtualization like this, or maybe like this, or you can use like this also. We can able to do it. I told if you are using a Windows 7, okay, or Windows 8 or XP, so you have to download Docker Toolbox. You have to download Docker Toolbox. That's what I said earlier. We have a Docker Toolbox. You can just download. Like you have to say Windows 7, then only it will do. So this is some website is there. So go through this website. So first one only, Bitnami kind of stuff. Okay. So how to download, what to verify, entire documentation is there. Okay. So you can download it. Download Docker Toolbox, or Docker website, or a Docker repository. You have to download it from here actually. Docker Git repository. Just click here. This is last version of last version or latest version of Docker thing. So this is the one. Just you have to click here. Sorry, this is the package you have to download. Okay, Docker Toolbox 1931.exe is there now. This is a 231 MB. This is download. If you download this one, what will happen? It contains a image called boot2 Docker ISO, and also it will download an application called a VirtualBox application. Okay, and Kitematic Docker Compose Mission. These are the other tools also will be added, but this is a Oracle VirtualBox is also added. What is the use of this one? Here, these kind of virtualization supported by these two are in Windows 10 and 2019 server. This is in Linux only. But if you are using Windows 7, Windows 8 or old version of Windows 10, so you don't have mm, virtualization platforms in by default in with your operating system. So what it will do? First, it install a VirtualBox. Okay, inside a VirtualBox, it create a virtual machine. It create a virtual machine using that boot to Docker image, boot to Docker image. You can download directly boot to Docker image. Okay, some ISO image is there now. Boot to Docker image you have to you can download directly, or you can along with it we can get it. So just it create a virtual machine. It create a virtual machine. So this Docker interacts and runs in the inside of this one only. What are the Docker command you give? That command will run here only. Okay, so instead of using your machine operating system and your kernel your operating system virtualization platform or a kernel, it use virtual machines only. Anyway, virtual machine running on your in your hardware only, right? Virtual machine is running in your system, but Docker is running inside of this virtual machine only. Okay, in this side of virtual machine. So what are you do? Docker commands, creating images, and everything stores inside of this Docker only. So that is how it is runs. Okay. Next, what is Docker? Again, we'll see once again. We'll see this one still going on. Okay. How Docker works? How it is interact with you. So I will tell. So this in the Docker. Okay. So anything is in the format of images are there. This is an image. What is this image? The image can be an application. Image can be an application or operating system also possible. Okay, image can be an application or operating system, or it can be a file like that. So what you have to do? So we have to run. You have to create a container on the image. You have to create a container on the image, and we can run this application or operating system on the containers. Depends upon image. It's a OS image, then I can create a multiple containers and we can run on it. Okay, so the what is this image stores the files related to your operating system or a application related or some files related. It store the files inside. Image contains a files. Understand, image contains a files only. What is this container? Container is like a runtime type. It means it run the image. It take the image information and run it in this one. Just for example, I download CentOS image and I created a container like this. Multiple containers we can create it, and this container is connected to this image, right? So you can give here also you can give CentOS commands. Like you want to practice Ubuntu, download Ubuntu, download Ubuntu image, and create a containers to work on it. So if you want to run something on this image, you must create a container. Of course, we can remove the containers and we can remove the images also. Docker Hub contains so many. Okay, we will go here. Docker Hub is like our okay. Docker Hub is like your Git type hard type only. So we can put our inside of it. So just it will ask for a Docker ID, email ID, and password kind of stuff. You have to just sign into the Docker, and you can able to access the Docker thing. Okay, repositories from it. So there are a lot of repositories are available. Some of the repositories are free repository. Anyone can able to download public repositories. Private repositories also we can able to download based on that sharing thing. Okay, and some are required login to download it. Some are not required to log in to download. Okay, so that is the Docker. For example, this is a Ubuntu. This is a image is available in public. Okay, just you have to put a Docker pull Ubuntu. So if you see Docker pull Ubuntu, just we have to run this command in a Docker. Then once you run, the Docker image is loaded into your local PC. Once your local PC is loaded, then you have to run the command. So then automatically we can connect it. So we can connect to the image and we can create a containers. So like that, multiple containers we can create it and we can run like that. Okay, inside of that image you can also install certain things like you can install Java, you can install Python, you can install something like a web base also we can do it. So if you start practicing Docker, so whether I'm not giving guarantee, like again I'm trying here. Okay, it is installation succeeded. Close. Okay, so done. Now, yeah, we have to open this one Docker desktop. I think. Okay, right click, click, right click. Just run as administrator always. So when you open Docker, better to run as administrator shortcut. And whenever Docker image is done, then automatically it will shows here or here. Okay, so it will in the top it will shows a Docker running kind of stuff. Okay, so I click on run, so we'll see. And if you see this website, you can, I will show you one thing here. Docker Hub, Docker is also there here. What is this Docker? Already Docker is there. And why Docker image is there? It means you can create a big hierarchical structure type only. So now it is no space. So we'll go back to new. Think this is a Docker running machine, right? Docker engine. Inside you can create Docker. In this one you can create a Docker. In this one you can create a Docker. Like this also you can do it. We install Jenkins, right? So Jenkins we download var file and we done, right? Here you can install Jenkins in Docker also. As we have to download image and we have to create containers. It means multiple nodes we can able to create it in the container. Okay. Of course, there is other things also there about the container management. Where it is? Nothing. My machine. It is telling you should download this. Re, Press restart after installing Linux kernel. You have to update your Linux kernel version. So it is telling like that. Okay. Already I think it is. I downloaded it here. Okay, like this is the update one, or otherwise right click on it or click on it, just click on it. Okay, it will ask you either you are using, okay, which browser you want to install, like it will pop up that browser. Wait, or it is directly coming. Yeah, it is connected directly into my, okay. So it is going to download. It is already downloaded in my machine. Okay, okay, it is showing here, and it is you have to download from here. What is this? Okay, so download latest package Linux kernel package for 64. So if you click it, and you will get download, or you can manually download from your physical machine, and you can store it also. It is downloading, so it is showing one as like that. Okay, here it will is downloading. It is already download in this machine. I am going to install without wasting time. So let it download also, no problem. I will delete it. Both our packages are same. Now this is subsystem for Linux update wizard. Next, yes, finish. Okay, I done. So once I done, what I have to do? You have to click on restart. That's why you have to read what it is. Okay, so I click on restart, then it is Docker engine. Docker is starting. You can see notification Docker is starting. Linux container is running. You can sign in if you have a Docker sign in is there. Then you can sign in from here. You can click on sign in. You can Docker, so you can download images and other things also. It is starting. It's not completely start. So if you see in a notification here in this one action menu, you can see a Docker. If you right click, and you will get a lot of options. You have to go through those options also. Dashboard, settings, check for update, troubleshoot, switch to Windows container, about desktop, Docker desktop, documentation, quick guide start, Docker hub, sign in, or create a Docker ID, Kubernetes. If you want to Kubernetes, then you can go for Kubernetes. Restart Docker, quit Docker desktop. Okay, so let it start. It is not yet completely started. So let it start. Okay, we can go to the free things also. Okay, you can create your own repository. You can create your own image, and we can upload the image into Docker Hub, just like your Docker thing. Okay, so it is nothing. This is a Docker freely available pro team and large team kind of stuff. Charges are applicable. Okay, so you can develop an application. What is the use of this Docker? So important is, we in a DevOps wise will see that one. We do continuous development, continuous test, build and test, right? So continuous build, continuous test, continuous deploy. So when you are deploying, so when you are deploying, when you are deploying, right? This is the first part, right? Plan code. So code is like plan code, build, test. So these two are continuous development, continuous testing, next continuous deploy. So we use a different tools for a deploying purpose. Deploy and operate. Not only a deploy, we have to do deploy and operate. For that one, again, we have to use different tools. But where to deploy? In your organization only, like, or maybe in a remote organization, you want to deploy your application, and you want to run it, and you want to test it whether it is running or not, or you want to run the application in neutral environment. So you can approach Docker. So deploy into the Docker, run the application in the Docker, find out how it is working, test in a real time. Okay, so that is one advantage of a Docker. That's why we are studying a we are going to Docker in a DevOps mainly for deploy your application, or whatever you develop, operating system, kernel, whatever it is, whatever you develop inside of this thing only. Okay, so this is a Docker. So you have to create an image, and you have to run the containers on the image. Okay, so then you will understand, monitor these containers, or test with the containers how your application is working. So you are confirming the performance of application, and then also you can deploy into real-time machines, or maybe you can deploy directly. We can ship this image, can ship this image to the client. So the client will get the Docker image. He can run the Docker image and run the application. Now again continuous again it will develop, test, build, okay, and deploy. So continuously we are doing it. We are doing so. This is as a 2 units. This is our 2 units, for example. So you have to development, build, test, deploy. Again, next version of image is deployed, working, texting, monitoring it. Everything is okay. Then customer will get it. So like continuously we can able to deploy without sacrificing of more virtual machines and all. But virtual machines are virtual machines. We can able to go with multiple type of operating systems and all. It's still showing a starting only. The previous one even it is giving a troubles, but it won't make that much trouble because I run Docker, I run parallelly Jenkins, and also NetBeans or Eclipse. Okay, we can add this Docker. We can add this Docker to our NetBeans also. Okay, so when you develop something in NetBeans, so you have to create a file called Docker file. You have to create a file called Docker file. So then automatically the image will be created. Now it is taking time. Okay, meantime I'll go. It just got freezed. Okay. Container virtualization. At least two, three commands should work. We can do both commands in PowerShell as well as. So as he said, to run these things. Okay. Yeah, you can say start with the Docker. Few easy steps are there. You can go for a start. You can go for a start or a go for skip tutorial. Better to skip tutorial because last time I installed no, I started it. It is showing very good, but it is creating lot of things and my disk space completely over. Now if you see the disk space is already 3 GB gone, 3.5 GB almost it is gone. Now it is 3 GB available. That is also gone yesterday. So better I will go to the skip tutorial. Okay, just no containers are running. So if you run this one, it is just like a getting started type only. Okay, so if you click this on explore more on the Docker, so then again the tutorial will start, no problem. Okay, so I copy this one. Right. Okay, normally um, we'll see whether it is running. If it is throwing an error, okay, the first point is unable to find the Docker image. Good, that is good one. Now it is downloading Docker. Now it is running. It is download those images. You can see the size of images also. Okay, so if you want to practice Docker, yeah, now it is Docker images downloaded. Docker images downloaded. Okay, so if you want to do all the DevOps kind of stuff, internet speed is very important. So that too, important is for Jenkins and of course for a Docker also. Okay, so it is not showing anything. New image for a Docker getting started latest. Okay, no. Okay, image is downloaded. So you can go to Docker image ls. Okay, so this is the image. So if you are created a container on it, then you can see the container also. That is running 8080 port number. A website should be open, and also it is say run. It means run only. Okay, we'll see that one. So Docker image and Docker containers. Docker containers. So container. Okay, no problem. Docker ps. So a lot of commands are there. So this is showing your image name, container ID, what container ID, and image name. So there is a container running. This container is running. Okay. So that is first command they given. It is running on this port number, but actually it is not showing anything here. Okay. Yeah. So you can see there is a container running. Container is this one. Vigorous is a, something is showing. So you can see what is this, and this is a terminal. Okay, so open in a browser. So by default a browser is our Microsoft Edge only, but it is not open. So this is our ready for startup. Something it is showing. Okay, leave about it. So we'll see other Docker images. So Docker run hello world is also there. This is one image. By default image is giving to first test whether Docker is running or not. Okay, and last time I got an issues for that one. When I search it, they said like better to convert if you are not, if you are getting same errors like error, so you switch it to Windows container also. You can do it. Switch to Windows container, Windows Linux container, like that you can also do it. Now can you see this? I run a hello world. You do nothing. Just you can see it is also suggesting Docker IT Ubuntu Bash. Now what I'm saying, what I will do, I'm going to CMD again. I'll open lot of CMDs, so don't worry. So you can use CMD or PowerShell. So leave it aside. Okay, so here it is showing Docker run IT Ubuntu, right? But I'm not going to do that one. I will do it, but wait, just Docker run. No, no, no. Docker pull Ubuntu. I didn't say what. I didn't say what version it is. I didn't say what version it is. Just I try to download only Ubuntu. Whatever it is label tag as latest, it will load the image. Okay, tag is latest. You can specify like Ubuntu 8, Ubuntu 7, Ubuntu 10. Okay. Now just Docker pulling Ubuntu, just Ubuntu. Just I am downloading image only. Actually, Docker has so many things like You can create an image and you can update the images also. Now Docker images downloaded image or images image space ls. Okay, so different commands are there, ps space something like that. You can see if you do wrong also it will tell something. Manage images ls image ls or images docker images or docker image ls. No, not ls. Now see, can you see what are the images are there? One is hello world, and this is a docker getting started, and ubuntu, and it is showing tag as a latest one. So I have a image, right? So I have a docker image is there. Now what I want to do is I want to run that image here. So I'm creating a container. Docker run hyphen it means interact to terminal. We are using ssh, right? Like same thing, only interact to terminal. Ubuntu latest one only already using, right? So and in terminal what I want to connect, bash shell only I want to connect it. Okay, docker run it means interact to terminal, I means interact to, t means tty, interact to tty, ubuntu bash. Now it is, we are in a docker. So remember this name, remember this name. And this is ubuntu. Can you see this is ubuntu? Okay, ubuntu, the file structure, bin boot dev, and I login as a root. If I want to install something I can install it. If I want to do anything I can do it. So anything you want it to see, cat space slash etc slash ubuntu note. So basic linux commands will work. So this is a basic linux commands are working. You want to install something, apt get, apt get, like a linux yum is there, no? Like a apt get, you want to install some application like that. I will check the ip address if config. Oh, you don't know if config, ipaddr, even that is also you don't know. So I will install that one, apt get network, no, net tools. No, I don't understand that one. Sudo, what it will understand, not understanding anything, invalid operation, net tools. Apt get apt get install, and ubuntu we don't know, so we have to use CentOS kind of stuff. So what packages you don't understand? Okay, okay, don't understand anything. Okay guys, no problem. Currently see, this is our ubuntu kind of stuff. Here I am putting a command, docker container, containers or a container. Oh, this is always giving this ts. So can you see, this is the container running on our ubuntu. So don't worry, I open another cmd. This is another cmd. Okay, uh, docker run hyphen it ubuntu, ubuntu bash, right? That is this one. Here also we given same command, here also same command. Yeah, it is open. This is again ubuntu, this is ubuntu, this is ubuntu, this is one container, this is another container. If you see here, you can see this is a container and this is the container, both are running on same image only, both are running on same image only. You can create like that multiple containers, each container having a separate container id. Each container has a separate container ID. Okay, each container has a separate container ID. Okay, if containers are running, if containers are running, you cannot delete images. That's you have to keep in mind. When containers are running, you cannot delete the images. You have to kill all the containers, then you have to delete the image. Okay, so here just I'm exit from the container, exit, and now automatically it not showing that image related details, but still the container is there, still the container is running, but we are exist from the container. The when it is not active, it is won't show in this one. That is another one. So you have to be careful when you are doing this one. This is one terminal, and this is another one, still it is running. No problem, two containers we open. Exit, then you are exit from the container and you are into normal terminal. Okay, now how to deal with this thing? So when you put a docker ps, now it is not showing the container, so you can delete the image. I want to delete that image. Docker rmi means remove image. Rmi remove image. Image name is ubuntu. We can't put a name, you have to give image id. Okay, you have to give image id. Docker image ls. Okay, can you get this is a image id? You have to copy that image, copy the image, and docker rmi. Rmi means remove image. It won't remove, it will show an error. Why? Because of, even though we exit from the container, still the container connections are there, the container is available but not running. That's it. So you have to stop the container, or maybe you have to delete the container, then only we can able to do it. So unable to delete this container. Okay, unable to delete this image. Image is being stopped by the container. First you have to stop this container or delete this container. Okay, so command is docker stop. It's a very easy language, so you don't need to do very hard work also. Now I stop the container, and also I will delete the container. So to delete the container, use rm or del. Delete also you can use it. Now again I'm running this one. Again it will throw message because two containers we created minimum. So first we have to stop the this container. I'm copying from here only. Otherwise you have to note down all the container information. There is one command is there, ps space hyphen a something is there. There also you can find that one. So I will show you that one. ps space hyphen a. See, even though the container is, this is the container information, you need to check from the error, you can get the information from here also. Okay, so just copy this one, and docker stop the container first. Yeah, lack of practice. First stop the container, next docker remove the container, removed successfully. Now docker rmi remove the image. The image of docker is required, right? So that is, again this is the image. So we already got that image from image.ls, right? So put the image id. Only ids, names won't waste. Now it is deleted. Now it is deleted. You can go to docker ps space hyphen a. So you don't see ubuntu image and containers, you don't see. And docker image ls, then can you see ubuntu? So this is how to pull the image, and how to create containers, and how to mm, how to run the containers, and how to view the containers, and how to do it. Okay, so this is about your Docker. Of course, this is the first part of Docker anyway. I hope this time you understand or enjoyed a little bit. So Docker, I installed, downloaded and installed. I installed Docker desktop. Also, I installed a Docker desktop and all the options, everything. Update WSL2. That is also done. Okay. Now finally, I open my CMD. I put commands like Docker. That is by default image. It is showing. Okay. So I started. First, I pull uh, hello world. Okay. So that is the thing. And Docker pull when to I done. So I am going with one by one. Okay. So in the CMD, I pull a image. This is pulling image. Next, I went to another CMD to separate the things. Okay, another CMD. For example, this is CMD1. This is CMD2. Docker run -it interactive terminal on Ubuntu and Bash. So connectivity type is Bash only. Now the container is
So Shirisha is trying to join the batch.
Shirisha. Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Why we should use Ubuntu? Can't we run on a Docker on a Linux? Very good question. Mukesh asked very important question because what I do it may confuse the based on the confusion. We mistake. Actually, I am running Ubuntu on Docker inside a Docker in Docker. I'm running Ubuntu. I download Ubuntu engine in Docker. I'm running Ubuntu. I'm running Ubuntu containers with a Docker. Okay, I didn't install Docker in Ubuntu. I installed Docker in my Windows 10 and I downloaded Ubuntu image in the Docker and running Ubuntu. Okay, okay. So very good question. Otherwise, I will confuse. I'll miss part. Okay. It's showing some kind of stuff, right? So like some numbers. Okay. So then it is showing a symbol. Next in CMD2, we in CMD3. Okay. Docker run -it Ubuntu. I took Ubuntu for example only. Okay, one image. So how to run inside a Docker. Okay, so again. Okay, very good question. Next, it is also connect, right? So root at the rate. Don't think guys I'm wasting time by description like this. Just for understand. Now again I'm going to CMD1. What I done? I put a command docker image ls. So I want to see the images. Next I want to see docker ps running containers. Next I put a docker ps yeah if I any containers are there, not running containers but containers are there. Next docker stop and I given a container id. Okay. First of all I tried rmi email ubuntu image id. Okay, so how to put this one? I'll give this one. Actually, how to give that one only, but so it is not deleting. Then what I have to do? Docker ps -a Docker ps hyphen a, how to go. Then take a Docker stock uh, container ID. ID how to check it. Okay. Next, what I done, Docker remove with a container ID. Runs in the background. That's why it is. You have to tell. Next, same steps again. Repeat the steps. Fill all containers on image. Delete. Next, again Docker RMI and with Ubuntu uh, image ID. Okay, so this is a. I hope you got little bit. At least something is showing output. Okay, even though if you understand or not, I don't know. So guys, simply I created an image and I run the image. It is I took almost 1 hour. Okay, just for understanding, see here it is. I have a Docker images. Two images are there. Now I'm going to pull another mention like a CentOS. You know CentOS, right? Colon 7 or colon 6 or colon 8. What is that meaning? Image with a tag. This is a tag. This is a tag like a version number type. This is what image it is. CentOS, you know, CentOS operating system. Then go to Docker Hub. Go to click on Explore. Just click on Explore. You can find operating system, different kind of stuff, base images, storage, different applications also you can get it. Okay, this is Ubuntu image, MongoDB, Redis, Node, MariaDB, MySQL. This is a web server, Docker inside a Docker, Python image, hello world, that's we done now, registry, log, OpenJDK, CentOS. So this is a CentOS. If you type like this, if you type CentOS like this, whatever the latest tag is there, you download latest tag only. But if you are specify the uh, latest 8, 8.3, 8.3, 7.7, 7.9, 7.9, 6.6, and it is 6.10, 6.10 also available. So you can use whatever the tag you want it, like the 7, or you can use 7.9 point like this also you can use it. Okay, so by default it is whatever the latest tag is there it will show. You can use pull the configuration 6 or S7. So just I'm downloading image only. This is to create or run a Docker file to create your own CentOS type. Okay, so that is different. This is Docker files, and this is the command to build a Docker kind of stuff. We'll see that one later. No, not now. Okay, not now. So just another example I will tell with the CentOS to avoid the confusion. Guys, this is a Windows operating system. What I'm using base system is Windows operating system using WSL, that is Linux container is happening in between. Here I'm downloading image of certain operating system like a CentOS, Ubuntu all. Okay, CentOS 7 I am downloading a image, that's it. Okay, I'm running my just I'm downloading image. If image is smaller, no problem. If the image is very big problem. Okay, so if you have a very less RAM capacity, 4 GB and less, you want to practice Linux, multiple machines you want it, then you can get it. and whenever I'm downloading image, then you can see here. So something hello world I downloaded, it is exited. This is running and this is exited. Okay, now I'm downloading new image, right? So then also we can see the images. These are the images. Okay, so this is for a direct GUI is giving. Okay, when I run the containers, it show here in the containers. Okay, we'll see for this one. So even it will take time, so we'll see. Now successfully we downloaded image. So I have to type the command. What are the image is there? Docker image CentOS instead of latest tag is 7 means 7 version. This is image ID. This is image ID. Okay, and the total size, the image size is this one. Only image size. Okay, but when you run a container, container things are there. Now I'm going to this one. Okay, cls docker run. I'm running that CentOS 7 container here. So I'm going to create a container. Same type of command only. CentOS 7. Instead of CentOS colon 7, now you put a CentOS only. Then it will download image directly. It download image latest. The tag is latest. Okay. Or you can use image ID also. I'm in a new container. So you can also see here the container, running container. Okay. Now if you want to put a command, you can put it, or you can put a users slash etc slash passwd. So can you see the users? You want to add a user add, tell me some name.
Sonali.
Sonali. Okay, now again see, I'm added a user. Where I added this user? In the container only. So we'll see, we added a user, right? Just we are added a user. I want to see the IP address, not found. IP config, not found. So yum install nettools, at least this time. If it is container repository, yeah, it is container repository. Now it is installing. I remember I created a Sonali user in this container, and also I downloading nettools in this one. Yes, this complete Linux, right? See how it is Linux is working, like same thing is working. Download now if config. So I got some IP address here 17.172.17.03. So it got this IP address now. Who is giving this IP address? The Docker engine, Docker DHCP is giving. We are not giving that one. Okay. So this IP address got automatically to this mission by Docker only. Maybe in my physical mission, can I ping to that one? I don't know. Means my main machine. Maybe they don't know where it is located. Request timed out also. So the container also having an IP address. If you want to ping, um, so from container to my router. So those many steps it is crossed. It is communicating, but it's not, this one is not coming. Okay, leave it. Okay, so don't worry about it. This is the container, guys. We created a user and we install something. Now I'm going to another one. What is this? It's a Ubuntu. Now Docker run -it CentOS colon 7 bash. Now what happened? It used same image and it creating a new container. So ls, I want to see last part only, last two users only, right? That is CC plus project. Is Sonali is there? Sonali is not there here. Okay. If config not working here. Okay, it is not working. Why it is not working here? Because this is a separate container. That is different container. I created a user there, but I didn't create user here. I will create another user here. The user add.
Sweetie.
So we created a user. Sorry. So we created a user here. Again, this is a account ID is also 1000. There is also the 1000 only. So understand this. This is the one container that is on another container. Whatever you do in this container, that stays in that container only. Nothing is happen to your image. Nothing will happen to your image or image kind of stuff. Okay, so that is important. Yum install mm, net hyphen tools hyphen y. So again, I don't need to put a y kind of stuff because it's a CentOS now. Already the repositories are there. It is connecting to remote and it is downloading also. But I can't able to communicate it. So that's there is default gateway problem. Default gateway router differences also there is a question. If config I got IP address is like this. Okay, we'll ping hyphen c2 172.17.04. So in a Linux, if config to see the IP address. Yes, container to container communication is there. See, they both are getting a same network, but different IP address, but same network only, right? That is 3. This is 4. Both can able to communicate each other. Okay, so this container is communicating with this container. So we can see like I can see 3. This is a self one. No, I don't want it. 4. I want to communicate it to 4. Now I can able to communicate it to 4 also. Understand? Container is communicating because both containers are in the same place, means in the same Docker only, and both containers build based on a same CentOS only, and both are running. You can see both containers are running. Next, the running containers. How to see that one? PS Docker PS. You can see image, and this is a container ID. Okay, Docker PS. You can see the container ID. Okay, next Docker ps hyphen a, it shows the hidden containers also, means not at running containers also it will show. Okay, these are running containers only anyway because we know. Next, whenever you exit from here, I'm exit from one container. If you put a ps, it's showing only one exit, only one only currently running. That one is not running. So if you put a ps space hyphen a, it shows both the containers. Understand? A means all type. Okay, all. Okay, like this. If you don't want this container, so you can see the difference. Which one is running? This is running, this is not running. Now you don't want it, you want to remove it, you can remove it manually, or you can, I'm exit from the both the containers. No, I don't want both the containers, I want to remove that image also. Okay, I removed exit from the both containers. Okay, here it is. Docker ps hyphen a. Okay, these are the thing. Okay, first of all Docker image ls, so then you can see image id here. So if you want to remove this image, you must stop the containers. So I have to put a docker commands. Again docker stop means work is completed, so you no longer require these containers. If you want to keep image, you can keep the image also. You want to keep the image, you can keep the image. If you no longer required, if in case you longer required these images, what happened to it? Copy, paste. So I stop this container. If you feel like you want to remove the container, you can remove the container. RM. Next, Docker stop. This is another container, right? So I exit from the both the containers, but see when I given a same container name, the container is not there. It is showing. Can we run VM in the CentOS, which is pulled onto Docker container? Yeah, I got it. The point. So if you have a virtual machine, the question is very good question. So you have a virtual machine. It is CentOS machine, just VM fully configured like we use. Can we convert this thing into Docker image wise? That's the question, right? So this is you want to convert into Docker image wise in the inside the Docker. Like this is a running virtual machine means you install a CentOS in a virtual machine and you want to make that as an image, then you can create a container on it, right? I don't know. Maybe it is possible because a lot of things are possibilities are there. Maybe it is possible, but I never think of it. Okay. Only direct possibilities. I know one thing is if you have a physical machine, you can convert this physical into virtual machine. There is some applications are there, including VMware has that one. Convert my physical machine to virtual machine option is there. Okay, you can convert it. Virtualize my physical machine. This is option. Okay, you can virtualize your physical machine into virtual machine. Okay, it nothing. Your physical machine stays, but it create a virtual machine image. So then you can transfer your physical machine someplace also. But running a machine converted into either it is physical or virtual machine converted into Docker image. I don't know. Not I am not sure about it. Here it is. Docker related things also have written. Okay. Okay. Less hardware utilization. Same app in multiple containers. Is there. This is about Kubernetes, and the details are there. Just guys, you can go for it. Mhm. Where I am located? Now I stopped it, and I am going to remove it. Uh, Now I remove the containers. Now I'm going to remove image RMI image. Is it necessary just for a practice purpose only to how to remove it? First time I do, I got lot of confusion while doing. I keep on doing and I try to exactly I got a one line. What is image? What is container? So I start understanding image and container. Then I these comments are successful after that one. Okay, so this is a Docker image, and you can try Docker PSA. You can't find the image and the container and the images also you cannot able to find it. Okay, lot of commands are there to practice. This is how to pull the container and how to utilize the container kind of stuff. Of course, you can pull the OpenJDK, Python kind of applications, MySQL type of applications also you can able to pull it and you can able to use it. But while you are using, you must read the descriptions how to use it also. For example, this is CentOS I went there, right? Back. So I'm canceling this Linux. So for example, I want a MySQL or MariaDB. So you have to pull it. but how to connect it and use it, or how to connect it to a particular version, then also you have to mention it. So this is C, docker run hyphen name same SQL. So can you see this one? Okay, MySQL root password, my secret password hyphen d MySQL tag. So where same SQL is a name you assign to your container. You can specify the container name also when you are running it. Okay, you can specify the container name also, like this. You can, so connecting, using, adding, so creating a command admire, like this. Okay, like we have to go to the details and know about each application and how to use it. So that is the simplest thing. I'm stopping